Can you park this, please?
Hey guys, my name is Shravan Shah and welcome back to my channel Ravanspeaks. On today's episode of That's What They Said, I have somebody who I admire a lot. This person is a friend. He's a artist for excellence, like I say, and he can really get you drunk. Presenting Ravie Dubey in the house. What's up?
That's me right here. I like the fact that in my introduction there is he can really get you drunk is, it's
Very important.
Really
that's the important
stands
part.
out.
So guys, I was partying with Ravi at, so it was supposed to be a official visit post the working hours. Ravi is like, come to my room, we're going to party. And I was assuming it's going to be a party of like 4 or 5 people in the room. Hotel room mein kitne log aate hain, right? But Ravi had like good 9 people in the room. And then the guy didn't stop pouring the alcohol and I had to crawl outside Ravi's room to my room, and the next day was hell. So that is Ravie Dubey.
Next day for me was great. It was nice. The sun was bright. The sky was blue. The wind was hitting my face well. I really enjoyed it. I don't know how. Does it feel the same? The same day feels the same when you are hungover? I don't know.
I know. You don't feel any of this when you're hungover, Ravi.
I think the acidity is too overwhelming, right?
Probably. I don't know. But actually, before we go to the first segment, what is the memory that you have of me?
My first memory of you would be in a 9:16 ratio. Because for a year and a half, I have only seen Shravan in that vertical, Insta live kind of format, because we actually kind of got in touch just before the lockdown, maybe.
Yeah.
It's actually thanks to social media and thanks to the digital world that we've stepped into in the last decade and a half, that it actually does not seem that you've actually not met the person in person, so to say.
Yeah.
So it was only after a year and a half of knowing you that I actually met you in person, and it felt as if
and the first
we've
time
had drinks together.
Got me drunk, guys. So that is Ravie Dubey again.
That's me.
Okay, what we're going to do now is we're going to jump to the first segment, which is called My Childhood Was Like. My childhood was like
Shit.
Why would you say that?
I don't know. I mean, I wasn't very good at studies to begin with. I mean, when I was 4th, 5th, 6th, then उसके बाद फिर वो 12-13 साल की उम्र में फोड़े फुंसियाँ होनी शुरू हो गई चेहरे पे. वो जो प्यूबर्टी वाला जो फेज होता है. I think childhood is जो बोलते हैं ना कि childhood is bliss and everything that you can possibly wish for instantly appears, and what problem can you possibly... All the problems in the world, they happen to you when you were a child. So childhood, of course, your parents do your best, your teachers do your best from whatever they, whatever their parameters of doing their best are. But it's different for different people. So it had its own contributor factor to my life, but I wouldn't say that बहुत मजा आ गया यार बचपन में, ऐसा नहीं है.
And you have a brother, right?
I have a younger brother.
You have a younger brother. So who tortured whom? You tortured your younger brother, or
I tortured him. He beat me up.
He
used to beat me up. Like मेरा छोटा भाई है, वो बहुत मारता था मुझे, बहुत मारता था.
And did you go to your parents complaining about it?
Of course.
And did they not give a damn about you?
No, they knew. Yeah, this is a part and parcel of growing up. One person is going to beat the other. It's a predator-prey relationship. He was the predator.
He was the predator. Is he still the predator?
No. Now, so I think the last fist fight that we had was when I was in 12th and he was in 10th. But he was very strategic at the time. He would give me a punch in my nose and then go and hide in the room, lock it from inside. So when my dad would come knocking, he wouldn't open it till 10, till the time his gussa would go down. And then he would silently come out, have his dinner and go to bed. I would still be nursing my swollen nose.
Wow.
बड़ा शातिर था वो.
If I have to ask you to describe Ravi as a child in 4 words, what would
Annoying. I don't know how my friends tolerated me, My teachers used to hate me when I was in
Why?
4th or 5th, They used to hate me, call me in front of the class, and I used to be वो मुर्गा बना के जो कोने में नहीं खड़ा रहता लड़का. मैं वही था. I was that guy. You would see one outstanding student who used to be standing out of the class. That was me. That was me.
Yeah, matlab such a pavam person who was an outstanding student standing outside the class.
Throughout.
Annoying is the first word. What is the second word?
Second word would be adorable. Only to me.
That is all of us.
I used to look at myself as this adorable kid. I used to really relate to, because I used to really find a lot of resonance with Fred Savage.
Annoying, adorable.
Adorable only to me.
Only to himself.
Only to myself.
Okay. Self-validation.
But you create your reality, right?
Of course, self-validation Max Pro always.
That's
Third one.
Third would be, in my own head, I was an actor all the time. I think मुझे हमेशा ऐसा लगता था स्कूल में भी क्लास में भी एक शॉट लगा हुआ है कहीं कैमरा लगा हुआ है.
There is a camera rolling.
There's a camera rolling somewhere. I don't know where it is. Somebody is watching.
Somebody is watching. Okay, and the fourth word?
Very dreamy, I would say. Shake chilli. वो नहीं होता जो डे ड्रीमर टाइप का एब्सेंट माइंडेड प्रोफेसर आई हैव अ टीचर आई यूज्ड टू हैव अ टीचर कॉल्ड वजीर मैम स्टिल आई एम स्टिल इन टच विद a lot of my teachers from that time. So Wazir ma'am used to call me Mr. Dubey is an absent-minded professor. So and we didn't have Google to look up the meaning of that. Now I know what it means.
Wow.
I thought I was just absent-minded. I don't know where the professor came from.
Cute. Very cute. And the last one in this segment. So usually you go through these pictures. Like I remember this morning, my mom had removed old albums and suddenly I saw myself like when I was probably 3 years old and I've had this blast of energy hit my face. I'm like, damn, how do I remember all of this? Do you go through this feeling that probably, you just saw some picture from your childhood and you were like, damn, this is...
Yeah.
Did it happen to you? Do you have a memory of this?
I do have a memory.
You have smirked. Is that a funny memory? Please share.
It's not a funny memory. I think I had this problem. I used to behave like a hero in pictures, photographs. I used to behave like Amitabh Bachchan and Shahenshah, So
you had chains around.
No, not chains, but I had the teeth, like everybody in the photograph is smiling, but I have this
angry young man look.
This angry young man look. Now I can't do it, I'm not the angry young man anymore. I'm a very calm. So most of these childhood photos would be me posing in some weird way, some awkward pose, very awkward pose. Now I'm like, what the hell was I doing? Maybe
what did I think about myself?
What was I thinking? But I think it's what you were thinking at the time is what you manifest later in your life. That's the ripple effect.
And we got to know a lot about your childhood. So good job, Ravi, in segment number 1. Very swiftly moving to segment number 2, which is called It's All Panache. We talk about the art of faking it till you make it. Okay. Which was the first abroad trip that you took?
Thailand.
What were we doing in Thailand? Give us deets, Ravi.
We weren't doing anything. We basically वो ना हमारे उसमें कहा जाता है जब मुझे तो लगता था मैं जिंदगी भर साला फॉरेन जाऊंगा ही नहीं. मैं 24 साल का हो गया था. मेरे पासपोर्ट पे एक ठप्पा नहीं लगा था.
Okay.
Then there was this plan. We had just finished Najbali or something, and एक plan सब दोस्तों का बन गया. ये प्रकुल वगैरह ये लोग थे. प्रकुल, Danny and Varun was there. All these friends from school, they were there. So नहीं चलते हैं. और finally when I landed, I remember Prakul told me कि भाई तेरा गधा जन्म टूट गया. गधा जन्म टूटना कहते हैं कि जब पहला कहीं विलाया तब पहली दफ़ा जाते हो तो. बट उसके बाद तो एक ऐसा सिलसिला शुरू हुआ. Then I've been going abroad everywhere. There was no particular this thing. It wasn't. I would say that going abroad is not very different from being in India now. Maybe even at the time it wasn't. But I think it's just the enigma of being on a plane. I know that experience. That memory is fairly clear in my head.
Yeah.
Of being around the plane.
Please give dates.
So हम लोग ना पहले ट्रैवल सिर्फ गर्मी की छुट्टियों में करते थे. तो गर्मी की छुट्टियों में हम बहुत ज़्यादा हम कहीं खास ऐसा घूमने नहीं गए. बचपन में. So स्कूल में when we used to be और ये अप्रैल एंड से लेकर के जून तक जो छुट्टियां होती थी जून तक जो होती थी हम गांव जाते थे. We used to go to our village and our nani's house. That's in Gorakhpur. Village used to be in Devariya. So वो एक ट्रेन चलती थी वैशाली एक्सप्रेस. So we used to go in a 3-tier non-AC. Okay. In that. And it literally by the end of it used to become like a general compartment. Because if you had to go to a toilet, you had to go like Tarzan. I remember that very clearly. I used to hang, and then somehow kind of reach the toilet. Sometimes land on somebody's head and skull and all of that, and then knock the door, and there'd be somebody already inside the toilet for the last 6 hours because they are trying to hide themselves from the TC. That went on for some time. But I remember हमारे एक रिश्तेदार हैं हमारे मतलब दूर के मामा. So he used to be working in customs. So he was the first one who took me near an airplane, and I was just enamored by how big it was. Like when I passed the tire, जो उनका जो landing gear होता है उसको जब मैंने cross किया मैंने कहा यार I couldn't believe the size of that tire. I still, it's painting a very vivid imagery in my head at this point of time also, but I couldn't get over how huge the airplane was. That was the first time I actually saw a plane. The first time I sat in a plane was all the way when I was in the 11th standard. We'd gone to Nepal, Kathmandu and all of that. So, yes, so in that sense, that would be our first international trip was to Kathmandu.
Damn. Did you also always have these questions, especially because it's an aircraft, right? Like I remember the first time I was sitting in an aircraft, I was in 3rd standard and I'm like, What is happening? Are we okay? You know that feeling as a child you go through. Did you go through those feelings also?
Yeah. I mean, when it began to take off, you have these, butterflies in your stomach, literally, that free fall kind of sensation. But then I think.
Do you still get it?
No, I do not.
Are you scared of turbulence?
Turbulence, no.
Pakka.
I'm not scared of anything. Nothing.
You're not scared of anything?
I'm not.
Do you have a childhood memory of being scared of something?
No, there is one thing I'm scared of. I
Tell.
Andhera in my room.
Tell, Gopi, tell.
I can't sleep with the lights, without the lights on.
What?
Yeah, I can't sleep with the lights off. That's one thing that's kind of stayed since childhood. God knows why. Darkness.
And the third segment is called The Wild Me, powered by lovedepot.com, India's largest sexual pleasure superstore. When was the first time you had a relationship? Like what age? How old were you?
I was in school here. I think I proposed this girl when I was in the 7th standard. We were seeing each other for the next 2 years or something.
Okay.
But literally seeing each other. She was in the classroom diagonally opposite me, and she somehow managed to get a chair that was close to the door.
Okay.
And I a chair that was close to my door, and we could literally see each other. Then I somehow got I remember I got a duty as a line monitor during the break recess. Like everybody could just head out to the canteen in a queue. So that was the other time that I would see her. And then there was the time that, when we'd be getting out of school, that we would see her. That was see
2 years. That's what happened for 2 years.
Nothing. We didn't even hold hands. We used to, at a point, we used to just begin kind of, the only one time that we met other than the periphery of the school was this Christmas carnival that had happened in a club in the vicinity.
Okay.
That's it. I think things had their own innocent beauty at the time.
For sure.
Which you can't relate with anymore. Even as the same human being, you can't really truly go back to that time. So
also social media has ruined
has
it.
messed it.
Sliding into DMs have become a thing now.
Yeah. Hi, how are? Will you friendship?
How do you react to such messages?
Anybody who asks me for a birthday wish, I wish them. But if they say hi, I don't say hi.
But have you got these messages where somebody has, very silently been sliding into your DM, and all they've been writing in the DM is hi, how are you? Hi, how are you?
Yeah.
Has that happened with you?
Yeah. There is a whole series of hi, huku, hi. So you can go on.
Like I said, guys, you are saying that you are Ravi Dubey right now.
Yeah,
hi, huku.
Yeah, hi, huku, see? Hi, huku, hi. Howdy.
Moving on from there, the word sex. Okay. When was the first time you heard the word sex?
I think in Oxford Dictionary, I think that was the only place that you could actually go and read
about what does sex mean.
Yeah.
Okay. What did the word sex mean to you when you were 10 years old?
Male. And female.
Male and female.
That's it.
What does the word mean to you today?
Like any other word, yeah. It's not special or not special.
Makes sense.
Yeah.
How do you define relationships today?
This word defines it.
Yeah.
It's sad. It's so much more than this. There was a brief period where I would say that, the sex is good and the sex is bad, and therefore the relationship is good and the relationship is bad. It's sad. It can't be that. It can't be that. I think that part really kind of goes out of the window the first. Everything else stays and is there for posterity.
Yeah.
I think that's the unfortunate part of it. Even though your conversation should be easy, but that can't become your one hinge on which everything is kind of.
But a lot of people do that, right? Like they literally base their entire relationship on sex, and of course it's an integral part of a relationship, but it can't be the entire relationship.
Of course not. It's not.
What does the word love mean to you today?
I don't understand it.
You don't understand?
No, I think it doesn't exist also.
Okay.
Yeah, I think it's only meant to sell greeting cards. It's like diamonds. It's, you show the rarity so that more and more people can consume it and products related to it, so that, Valentine's and, macaroons can sell and donuts can sell and pastries can sell and greeting cards can sell and movies can be made. But I think what is the real thing in relationships is respect. That is the one thing you have. And when you have respect, you protect it with everything that you've got till the last breath of your life. Yeah. That's why you probably cannot divorce your parents, but you can divorce your partner because you run out of love. You don't run out of respect. I think we are confusing love with novelty. So the novelty of the equation is somehow directly proportional to how we kind of decipher, decode love in our hand, in our head, and not in our heart, in our head.
Makes sense.
So sorry for breaking the bubble for a few, but for me that bubble broke a long time ago. I mean, there is no Santa Claus. So for me, respect is the only thing, and it will, if you have that, not only will your relationship survive till the time you're alive, it will survive for longer.
What are your views on infidelity today?
It's of many kinds. My view on it is this, that the worst physical infidelity is the most innocent in the list of infidelities. The most disastrous is emotional infidelity. I mean, the moment you've lost the person emotionally, that's when everything's gone to shit. I actually feel that infidelity, you can actually segregate into many segments. There is financial infidelity, there is impulse-related infidelity, emotional infidelity, physical infidelity. I feel that in the list of many kinds of infidelities, the physical one, though it kind of overwhelms all the others, but that would still be relatively innocent as compared to the others.
Emotional one.
I mean, emotionally, there is, again, it comes back to respect, because between your parents and you, there can never be emotional infidelity.
Yeah.
You would never give the status of your father or your mother to another woman.
Yeah.
Or another man. There is a emotional contract between you which you will never disregard. So emotional infidelity, I think once you've gone down that route, there is no turning back.
Okay, let's lighten the conversation.
Yeah. I'm sorry, I'm just
but,
kind of bursting all.
Yeah, I was like, wow. I have suddenly gone into this. I'm like, wow, the therapist I needed, I think, is this person. But I want you to complete this sentence for me.
Yeah.
The pleasure's all yours because
you don't seek it.
Ooh.
So the pleasure would be yours if you don't pursue it. If you pursue pleasure, you'll get only pain. It's the fabric of nature.
What did you say to Sargun the first time you all met? Or probably you all fell in love? Because I know you all didn't propose to each other.
No, we
right?
did not.
You all didn't propose to each other. Love just happened, which he has now burst the bubble. There is nothing called love, guys. But this first
To me, there is. In my world, I don't think. Or if there is, I haven't ever understood it totally. I haven't.
Which makes sense.
But I feel respect, and I feel infinite respect for people that enamor me, for my wife, for my parents, for my in-laws. I have respect.
Yeah.
I can't really put a finger and say, oh, so there is love also there. I don't know, because I don't understand that emotion, completely.
Makes sense. But the first time, just before you all were going to get married, and you all knew, you knew that, hey, this is the person I want to get married to.
Yeah.
What did you say to her that she was like, yaar Ravi, matlab tum pyar ho?
Yeah, I think it was a very public proposal that happened. So we used to be doing this reality show, and by then I was very clear that I don't think that there is a minute of my life that I want to have without her. I remember I had called her parents and my parents, and she's such an intelligent woman, Sargun. Nothing will. Her peripheral vision is so strong. She should be in some kind of a hyper intelligence organization. She can, she's like that. Nothing, you can't just do something around and she would always get to know. Well, उसके साथ रहते ही मैंने उसके parents को बुला करके I put them in a hotel. I put my parents in a hotel. On the day of the proposal, this video played and she's listening to her father and she was like, ये मतलब पता नहीं कौन से एक्टर को बैठा के मेरे फादर का काम करवा रहे हैं there were shots from the back etc. And then suddenly her parents entered, my parents entered, and I remember what I told her at the time that Sargun, तुम अपनी जिंदगी से निकालोगी थोड़ा वक्त 70-75 साल, and will you give me the chance to get old with you? So that's exactly what I told her. I don't think I actually said I love you or all of that. By then we felt that we were deeply integrated with each other.
Yeah.
We think like each other, we talk like each other, we act like each other. Whenever one of us falls, there is another one of us is waiting with the hand stretched out. So
also, she's your biggest critique.
Oh yes.
I have been a witness to that, guys.
Yeah.
And it's a very tough spot to be in. Feel bad for my friend also. But what is that one quality about Sargun that just, makes her stand out for you than the rest of the world?
One quality in the sense that she's my hero. Because I don't think I can be a human being like her. She's the best professional I have seen. The way she is handling and creating value at every level. She is a fantastic daughter. She is a fantastic sister. She is a fantastic daughter-in-law. She is a fabulous producer. She is a fabulous actor. She is a fabulous writer, a fabulous storyteller. And she's a wonderful wife. So there is nothing. I mean, how can I actually zero it down to one thing when actually everything that she has is what I aspire to be.
I'm going to say this, that if I have to rank Ravi's answers in this segment on a scale of 1 to 10, I'm going to say it's 100 on 10. Because this person here is literally, he's managed to enamor me with his answers. He's managed to surprise me with his answers. And I mean, my respect for him today has gone from here till, I don't know, hitting the rooftop right now. But thank you so much, Ravi, for doing this.
Thank you.
And because you are here, we have one hamper from Delicacy Eat Thy Cake. That's for you, Mr. Ravie Dubey.
Thank you.
And that's another hamper for you from Love Depot. .com. You have to open and see what's in it. Catching Ravie Dubey's expressions right here, right now.
Thank you.
But thank you so much, Ravi, for doing this.
I didn't expect that.
You didn't expect that. Very subtle. We played it very subtle.
No. Now I'm not playing it subtle now.
Just zoom in on his face, guys. Just zoom in on his face.
Oh my God.
But thank you so much, Ravi. Thank you so much for doing this.
Thank you, brother.
Your final words before we say bye-bye. What do you have to say? What do you have to say about your experience today?
My experience is phenomenal.
Did you expect this? Did you expect this madness?
No, I don't know how me and Shravan became friends. I mean, virtually. All my conversations with you have been, there's so much that I've learned and taken back with me. And final words, क्या ही बोलूं यार? जब final moment नहीं आया तो final words का कोई मतलब नहीं है.
Facts, hard facts. But thank you so much, Ravi, for doing this once again. You
Super.
the OG rock star of my life.
Thank you, my brother.
Hoping to see you super soon. Yet another episode. Till then, this one is a wrap.
Hi everybody, I'm Ravie Dubey and you're watching me on Ravanspeaks. If you like the episode, then like, share, subscribe to Ravanspeaks, and he might just give you this. I can't open it and show it to you, but there are lots of goodies in this one.